Hi guys, this is Yappo, and today we'll be playing the last mission on the Borderlands DLC called Infiltration. This map's similar to one of the ones earlier in that there's a lot of open space and you've got enemies that come in from two sides. And I'm sure some people figured out how to not elicit, but I am more of a fan of just running both paths entirely separately. And the main reason for that is that there is a really good spot to you can put some cannons and a meteor tower down here on each side, and they can pick off a lot of stuff as it runs through the middle. Especially if you can weaken stuff up as it comes in. Enemies don't last very long.
Let's clean this place up.
And some gun towers here along the edges can hit the guys that run around in the middle too. So there's a lot. You can get a lot of overlap even from two separate paths.
Take those things out.
And since the waves are staggered, at first you can kind of stagger your build order and help make sure you don't lose too much, or don't get too far behind on far as your build order and stuff goes. And here's where you can see the cannons really start to do some work, so they can hit both the. Or since you get a really big range of them in the middle. Throw a temporal tower down over here and start setting up some stuff to take care of the smaller enemies that try and come through. The only problem I've seemed to notice with this setup is that lurkers have a little bit of an open path through here and can sneak through a little bit more easily than I'd like, but other than that, it seems to do fairly well for me. And there's always the laser to fall back on if it gets too bad with the lurkers. Throw in a couple more cannons here since they are super duper useful with this setup. And honestly, there's a whole lot of space over here to work with, but I find that I don't even need it, and I just basically ignore it. I might be a crazy person, who knows. As you can see, it's already starting to throw decoys in the same waves as shielded enemies and all sorts of other nastiness at me. Go ahead and upgrade these temporal towers so they cover basically this whole first platform. And we can start branching out from there as far as doing some damage.
That core's safe again.
These guys move pretty quick, but since they're fairly weak, and they have to go past so many different gun towers, it's not too big of a deal. Once we get these concussion towers fully upgraded, basically we'll be almost totally reliant on the cannons towards the bottom to pick the rest of the stuff off, which actually works pretty well, believe it or not. I mean, we'll probably upgrade a few of these gun towers in the middle, but yeah, see, none of these small enemies even make it past the level 2 concussion tower. And everything else is into yellow by the time it makes it around that first corner, so. Other nice thing is usually the waves come on separate sides in this one, so if you keep the paths separate, you don't run a whole lot of risk of them running back and picking stuff up. I haven't seen any so far, at least. There's some meteor towers in there. I'm actually going to put a couple of temporal towers here in the middle just so we can get a little extra damage out of everything. This is what I was talking about with the kill zone in the middle. Just that both those cannons can just absolutely destroy everything. And since we've got some money, let's go ahead and upgrade some of those cannons. Well, maybe.
Careful. The big ones can do a lot of damage quickly.
Oh, that's not good. I think I'm gonna have to burn a laser on that one since it snuck through. Alright. That wasn't great, but got everything upgraded around the middle here, so looking a little better hopefully. Now, for some reason the Seekers in this particular map seem extra tough, and I don't know if that's intended or if it's just something that it just seems tougher because of the setup I have going on. So I'm not entirely sure on that one. There are a lot of lurkers coming in. Looks like this wave wasn't so bad though. I guess I had more gun tower, or I guess the temporal towers helped more than I thought they would. They're around the bottom. So let's upgrade some of the stuff around those.
We can do it.
Looking like an upgrade of those concussion towers would really help too, but need to get some money first. I kind of go crazy spending it here in the middle areas, middle section of this map.
Let's mop these up.
But everything's going pretty well so far, it looks like. Some stuff getting through, but it's not making it very far with the cores. It's got to backtrack everything. Let's upgrade these temporal towers so we get the whole area covered around the middle here. And yeah, that concussion tower is just wrecking all those small units, so the only thing we've got left is the big turtle here. Drop some walkers. That one wasn't too bad, I don't suppose. Since we've got some juggernaut or crashers coming in, I'm not going to worry about upgrading this tower just yet. Hopefully we can build up a little more money before interest rates before we go too crazy with that.
Now, keep your mind clear.
Alright, and let's upgrade some of these cannons here. I don't know if you noticed that rumbler that grabbed it and didn't go all the way around the core, but there's kind of a weird, I don't know if it's quite a glitch, but there's a weird like middle ground where it will count as having picked it up from the ground and not having picked it up from the core thing, and so it won't go all the way around, and it's not so great for the setup I've got going on here, but it's just kind of a weird, because I don't know if I'd call it a glitch or what, but just a weird quirk, I guess you'd say, of the mechanics of the game. And I'm I'm actually going to upgrade these since, as you can see, their range goes all the way around that path that everything has to run around, and they get a clear shot on all of it for the whole range of the tower. And with those new fully upgraded concussion towers, that Seeker didn't even make it onto the second platform here. So I'm feeling pretty good so far.
Take out the one in the center.
I've only got a couple waves left, so... upgrade one of these and hopefully we'll get some money for a second to upgrade the second one here shortly. Yeah, there we go.
Firepower has its uses. Thank goodness we regained the core.
So I feel like we're doing pretty well here. Got some more lurkers coming in, but they're dying off pretty quick, it looks like. Although we've got a bunch of crashers coming in next, so... oh, I'm sorry, a bunch of juggernauts coming in next. Even better. Juggernauts and decoys. This particular map absolutely loves throwing decoys at you with shielded units. So... concussion towers did a pretty good job of taking the shields mostly off before they even got down here. And as you can see there, that one didn't even make it to the core, and I don't think this one's going to either. Yeah, so... I like this setup, I find it works really well.
Just sitting there for fun.
And I'm gonna go ahead and upgrade my meteor towers just in case. And there's a decoy with the turtle, because it hasn't thrown enough stuff at you yet. And inside these turtles are rumblers, just in case you thought the game had gotten a little too soft on you. And we'll upgrade some of these last towers just in case.
Move quickly. Those things don't waste time.
Got more rumblers with racers coming in now. I think that's... yep, that's it.
Perfect. A joy to behold.
And we got a gold medal. So, thanks for watching, guys, and that's the end of Borderlands. Sorry it took me so long.